Maybe no one is as foolish as I am. Or maybe people simply call it stubbornness, when a story has already ended long ago, but one person keeps pretending not to see it. A few days ago, I received a wedding invitation. It was just a short message, yet I found myself staring at my phone for nearly an hour. Please come celebrate our wedding next weekend. Thank you so much for everything. I always tell my fiancé about you. Without your encouragement and the money you lent me for college, neither my parents nor I would have the life we have today. I replied with only one sentence. Of course, no matter how busy I am, I'll be there. The message sounded lighthearted, but after putting my phone down, I realized I had been sitting in silence for a long time. After all these years, I finally had to accept the one thing I had been avoiding. I'm 5 years older than her. When her family moved into the neighborhood, I was in 10th grade, and she was only in 5th grade. They rented a tiny house in a narrow alley. Her family struggled financially. Her parents worked whatever jobs they could find, but money was always tight. I often saw her mother asking people for used clothes and secondhand textbooks. Later, once the neighbors got to know them, nobody waited to be asked anymore. People voluntarily gave them clothes, bicycles, school supplies, and anything else they could spare. Back then, she was just the little girl next door to me. She was polite, quiet, hardworking, and always wore a gentle smile. Time passed. When I was in my 2nd year of college, the landlord reclaimed the house to rebuild it, and her family moved back to their hometown. I thought we'd eventually lose contact, but we didn't. Every now and then, she'd text me, "How's college going, brother? How's work?" I'd ask about her studies, her parents, and life back home. That was all. When she graduated from high school, I realized the little girl I once knew had grown into a beautiful, mature young woman. Somewhere along the way, I had stopped seeing her as a younger sister. One day I asked her, "So which university are you applying to?" She smiled faintly. "I'm not going to college." I thought she was joking. Why not? My family can't afford it. She told me her father had recently suffered a serious workplace accident. Their savings had disappeared into hospital bills and surgery. His health never fully recovered. Her mother stayed close to care for him, while working at a small restaurant, washing dishes and cleaning tables. She also had a younger brother who was still in school. "I'll finish high school and start working. It'll help my mom." Without thinking much, I replied, "If tuition is the problem, I'll lend you the money." At first, I wanted to say I'd pay for everything, but I knew her well. She never accepted charity. She believed that a gift could become a lifelong debt. So I called it a loan instead. "Go to college. I'll cover your tuition. If you need help with rent or living expenses, I'll help with that too. Pay me back whenever you're financially stable. There's no rush." She looked at me bluntly. "Let me think about it." A few days later, she agreed. She told her parents someone was willing to sponsor her education, but never mentioned my name. The day she was accepted into university, I was happier than when I had received my own acceptance letter years before. For 3 years, I paid all of her tuition. By her 4th year, she had found a part-time job and could support herself. After graduation, once she started working full-time, she finally began paying me back. The first time she transferred money, I called her. "Keep it. Take care of your parents first." "But I owe you." "I already told you, pay me back when life gets easier." During those years, I confessed my feelings to her 4 different times. The first time, she smiled and said no. The second time, she cried. The third time, she said, "Our families come from completely different worlds." The fourth time, she looked at me for a long moment before saying, "You deserve someone better than me." I asked, "Is that really the reason?" She simply shook her head. "I still have to take care of my parents. I'm not thinking about relationships." Then she added the sentence that stayed with me for years. I've always seen you as an older brother. There were moments when I wondered if I should stop helping her. But every time that thought crossed my mind, I felt ashamed of myself. If I changed simply because she didn't love me back, then maybe what I felt had never really been love. So I kept helping. I shared my work experience, taught her about e-commerce, online advertising, investing, and everything I knew. We still met occasionally, still talked as if nothing had changed. But deep down, I never stopped hoping. I kept believing that one day she might see me differently. That one day, all the years I had waited would finally mean something. I was wrong. This year, I'm 31. I have a house, a car, a stable career, and enough savings to live comfortably. My parents have also left me some assets. I have almost everything. Everything except the woman I wanted to spend my life with. And now, she's about to become someone else's wife. The hardest part isn't that she's getting married. It's that even in her heartfelt thank you message, she still called me brother. The man who helped her through the hardest years of her life. Nothing more. Maybe my place in her heart never changed. The only person holding on to hope was me. I'll still attend her wedding next weekend. I'll smile. I'll sincerely wish her happiness because she truly deserves it after everything she's been through. I just don't know whether, after walking out of that wedding hall, I'll finally be able to let her go. Or whether it'll take me a few more years to accept that sometimes you can spend your entire youth loving someone, only to end up sitting among the guests, watching them walk down the aisle with somebody else.
Nếu bạn yêu thích những câu chuyện đời thật, những tâm sự sâu sắc về tình yêu, hôn nhân, gia đình và bài học cuộc sống, hãy nhấn đăng ký kênh, like, chia sẻ và để lại bình luận bên dưới để cùng lan tỏa những câu chuyện ý nghĩa đến nhiều người hơn. Sự ủng hộ của bạn chính là động lực để tâm sự đời thật tiếp tục kể thêm nhiều câu chuyện chân thật, cảm xúc và đáng suy ngẫm mỗi ngày. Cảm ơn bạn đã lắng nghe và đồng hành cùng kênh.